Today we're going to talk about trying too hard. As you can see, I look ridiculous. I got multiple necklaces on, I got my costume jewelry on, and you're probably wondering where I'm at. I am actually at the home that I was raised in during high school. I'm in Irvine, California, and I would walk to school every single day in pumps. And yes, I bought these pumps, well, not these ones, but the ones I wore to school at Payless Shoes. I kid you not. I would walk from this house all the way to Irvine High School, which we are going to do the entire video on my walk because my son's videoing me right now. And I told him it took me a long time to get to high school. But the bottom line is I would dress up like this every single day at high school. I was trying too dang hard. So when you're selling your home, people know when you're trying too hard. We're gonna talk about items that you need to avoid when you're selling your house so you don't look like you're trying too hard. All right, I'm gonna go put my tennis shoes on and we're gonna have a little conversation. Let's get to it. Now, the first thing that I want you to really focus on when selling your house is we all love to collect things. So for me, when I was going to high school, I loved collecting costume jewelry. I loved it. So a lot of you have like dolls that you collect vases, you collect china. So we're gonna take all that down because it's way too much clutter. And when you put out your nice stuff, your crystal that you got in Prague and it's all laid out on the table, it comes across too busy. So we're gonna get rid of all of our collectibles. We're gonna put them behind the cabinets. The second thing we're going to do is we are going to tell our realtor that we're not going to put those big, huge, elaborate signs, the ones where they actually have an installation, the big, thick, bulky. Okay, this is called the opening. We're going through the opening right now. Oh my God, this is like memory lane. Okay, we're going to make a left. And anyway, and they had the big signs and it's this big installation. The problem with that, it comes across trying just way too hard. Way too hard. You guys hearing the horns honking? People are loving my outfit right now. This is hilarious. See, back in high school, I got no attention, but here I am walking on the streets of Irvine, California, and I'm getting honked at. It's hilarious. But we don't want to stand out when we're selling your house. And of course, this is awesome. Okay, we don't want the big signs, so we want to be very discreet. In my personal opinion, the signs should be, we'll just say low, discreet, and really the reason why we want to have an open house sign or any type of for sale sign is because we want to let the people know where to go. And also if neighbors are driving around, they can actually see what's for sale because we're doing everything on our app right now. So if someone's walking their dog, they just take a picture of your house and it tells them all the specifics of your home. The other thing that is trying way too hard is when you have stagers. The stagers come in and they do way too much. So I'm going to highly suggest that if you are using a staging company, two things. Don't you dare have their information out on the counter. Now, a lot of stagers in their contracts will tell you that it's your job, if you use their services, to leave their information on the table or out in plain sight. Do not hire that stager. It's not your responsibility to market for them, okay? Whoops. The second thing is we don't want a lot of dishes and glasses and plates and wine glasses everywhere. If you're going to have somebody come visit you at your property, I promise you, you're not going to have all your table set, all your wine glasses out. It looks like it's trying way too hard. The other thing is cocktails. So I see this a lot when stagers are doing their, sorry, this is so funny. I'm having a lot of fun today. My son's videotaping right now and he's having a really fun time walking backwards. This will be a good memory. But anyway, a lot of stagers love getting those big, we'll say champagne bowls, and they stick all their champagne in the baskets by the bathtub or even on the counter. And I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of some helpful advice there. Like if you were gonna have somebody come over to your home, you don't wanna have, or you probably wouldn't have, champagne sitting on an ice bucket. So don't do that. We just want people to come visit your home and enjoy the surrounding. We're trying to sell the home, we're not trying to sell the gimmicks, which brings me to another topic. Oh my gosh, this is like so crazy. Okay, hold on, we got people waiting for us. We do not love vignettes. What do I mean by vignettes? This drives me crazy, where they'll have like a tray and it sits on a primary bedroom duvet. It's just sitting there with like maybe books or maybe, you know, some wine glasses or some flowers. Like, have you ever been anywhere in your life or had your home set up in such a way where you put that on your bed? And the answer is no. So when you're staging your home, we're really just trying to like show the house in its best light. We're not trying to have anything gimmicky. Okay, let's talk about backyard, okay? We don't want to set up croquet, you know, like, do you ever play croquet every day? No, like we just want a simple, well-groomed yard. And if we have like a seating area, my son's dying right now. If you have a seating area, we don't want to have all those glasses out. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. We're crossing the street. This was lots of fun. In fact, I got almost run over one time because I wasn't paying attention to the light when I was in high school. This brings back memories. I love flowers and I love colorful flowers, but when we're staging a property, we don't want, okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna digress for 1 minute. We're gonna go check out Ace Donuts. Let's see if it's still here. Oh my God, this is bringing back memory lane. And there actually was a flower shop right here. We don't do colorful flowers everywhere. In my opinion, go find some eucalyptus or some natural greenery in your yard or across the street or out in the field and just use greenery. I love, 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 love eucalyptus. All right, let's see if it's here. Yay, Ace Donuts is actually here. Let's go grab a donut. So every morning in my high heels on my way to high school, I would go to Ace Donuts and I cannot believe it's still here. And my favorite donut was this. Oh, I love the sprinkles with the pink topping icing. This is so stinking good. So if you're ever in Irvine, go to Ace Donuts. My second favorite is the maple donuts. All right, let's get back. Let's see how long it took me to go to high school in my high heels every day. Back to the flowers. So when we're doing colorful flower arrangements, stick to just one color. I prefer white or greenery. When you have a really bright color in your house, your eye gets drawn to it. So even those pillows and some of the blankets that you're gonna put in your house, you don't want them to be bright. Another thing that's trying too hard, and a lot of you who aren't getting a lot of activity on your home right now, what you're doing is you're having your realtor do back-to-back open houses. We don't want to do back-to-back open houses where it's Saturday and Sunday, and then you do a broker's open every single week. It comes across trying way too hard. In my opinion, you should do maximum, maybe 2 open houses. Now, the only time where I would actually get a third open house is if you already have a lot of buyers scheduled on a weekend, and so you decide, what the heck, let's just hold the house open. But if you are doing a broker's open, I'll explain what a broker's open is. Broker's open is where your realtor will say, hey, all you realtors and brokers, we're gonna show your house before we do the open house. I hate that because right now buyers are driving demand. If you're going to do a broker's open, I would advise you to tell your realtor to do a broker's open and an open house on the same day. You'll get a lot more traffic and you'll get a lot more, we'll just say, attention. Okay, let's talk towels. We love our towels. I highly suggest that you put neutral towels in your bathrooms. And when you put your neutral towels in your bathroom, they're gonna look like normal towels, okay? We're not gonna put bows around the towels. We're not gonna put 4 towels on one hanger. We're gonna have simple white towels, super easy. You can buy them at Costco, you can buy them at TJ Maxx. They don't have to be expensive. We don't want your towels to be the center of attention. Now, where I see some of the stagers go crazy is they start rolling all these towels all over the place. Now, if your bathroom, in my opinion, is very clean and very pretty and you've remodeled it, you don't want a lot of towels covering the beautiful countertops. Remember, the purpose of staging is showing your house in its best light. So don't go overboard, right? We don't need 5,000 towels and little bows on the towels, and it needs to be just simple. Don't overdo it when it comes to the towels. Fake plants. Fake plants. Okay, I hate fake plants. Do I use fake plants? I do. Where it becomes a problem is when you put too many fake plants in a house or they're too small, okay? We all love greenery, and what we're really trying to do is we're trying to take beautiful images of homes that show in their best light. So if you are gonna buy a fake plant, oftentimes you forget to put it in a pretty basket, so it looks weird. And if you're gonna err on the fake plant side, you're gonna go large. Better to have large plants rather than little tiny plants. Now, if you are living in your home and you can afford live plants, great. If you can't and you don't even wanna hire a stager, or you don't wanna, let's just say, buy the real plants, I would highly suggest, once again, that you go out in the wilderness and just start cutting down some greenery and putting it in your house, because it really, really does make a difference. The other thing that you are doing that is trying way too hard is you put the hand towels or the mats that have season's greeting, whether it be Happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's trying too hard. Another one that I absolutely hate, there's two actually, is that when you walk into a property and they have a memory book of all of their family memories and how wonderful it was, okay? We don't do that. It's trying too hard. The second thing that I really, really, really don't like is when, let's say you have a backyard and it's maybe not as developed as it should be, and they have plans that are, sprawled out on that island. I hate that, because what you're telling the buyer is, hey, we know the backyard's bad. It's really bad, but this is what you could do with it. Or here's a closet. It's a mess. It's not organized, but we have plans for the closet. That's trying too hard. Don't draw attention to things that aren't a desirable feature. Now, in that same vein, if you do have drawings for an ADU or perhaps even a spa or something wonderful, then fantastic. If the buyer is interested, then have your realtor show them what could be done in a particular area. Okay, you guys are not going to believe it. We are coming up on the hill that I would have to walk up every single day to school in my high heels. Okay, now we're walking up the hill, but I got a few more. A lot of you, at least some of my own sellers, demand that they show the property at night. Like, oh, we got to show the property at night. It's the only time we can show it because the lights are so pretty. Okay, that's trying too hard, okay? You show the house when it's available to the buyer. Of course, you could always suggest that they can come back and see it at night because it's so beautiful. The second thing is they put way too much smell in the house and they turn all the lights on, which I love the lights, but not all the candles and all the candelabras. So if you were gonna have somebody over to your house, would you have all this stuff on? Would the music be blaring? Would the fountain be on? The answer is yes, then great. But you know what I'm talking about when it's just too elevated and just too much. So we want to tone everything down so we don't come across trying too hard, because we all know when you're trying too hard, and when you're trying too hard, usually that means discounted price. And when you're talking to your realtor, I see this a lot, where you start pushing your realtor to start selling and doing your best, and you're pushing them, right? Because you're getting desperate and you're trying too hard. And you'll see the realtor say these things, either in MLS notes or with their other buyer's agent. And they'll say things like this: oh, the seller is very motivated, okay? Don't ever, if you're a realtor or if you are a homeowner, very motivated means they're willing to discount their price. So do not say that. Now, I don't know if you can see this guy back here. He's not picking up trash. He's actually picking up pine cones, and he's actually trimming some of these trees down. I bet he's gonna decorate his home. I would suggest you do the same. Hi. Smart, right? I'm here at my alma mater, Irvine High School. Go Vaqueros. I love this school. A lot of good memories. All right, we just made it back to the house. How long did it take us?
12 minutes and 33 seconds.
All right, it felt like 20 minutes, especially in heels when I was in high school. I was wearing tennis shoes. 12 minutes? So check out my costume jewelry collection. So it's elaborate, but you'll notice I have it behind the closet. We don't want to display our collectibles if they're bright and colorful because they become like just too busy and distracting. So check this out. For those of you who are costume jewelry collectors, I've been doing this since I was in high school. These are Eisenbergs. We have Weiss, if you can see some of those. We have Kramer in there. We have Miriam Haskell. And I will say probably 90% of my pieces, for those of you who know, will be impressed, is that these are signed. They are named. Isn't that impressive? I love this. I love it. Now, I know we love collecting things. You can tell that I'm a little bit of a collector. You got to see my fragrance collection. I love collecting things, but when we're going to sell our home, we're going to take all of our very colorful collectibles and we're going to put them behind cabinets or doors so they don't draw attention. We're not trying to sell your collectibles. We're trying to sell your home. Okay, by the way, this is the hill I actually had to climb up. every single day, rain, snow, and sleet. I'm joking. I'm actually in California, so we don't get much weather, but nonetheless, in those heels. Now, my name is Audra Lambert. I am one of the top selling agents here in Orange County, California. If you got any benefit out of this video, please subscribe and smash the like button. And of course, if you're looking to sell or buy a home in Orange County, California, you know who to contact.